Hi guys, I just finished my workout here at home. One of my go-to mobility drills for my warm-up is the hip 90-90. It's a great exercise to incorporate into your warm-up, but also just if you have a little extra time to help loosen up your hips. This exercise is great for those who sit a lot at work, or if you're in a car a lot, or if you just find yourself sitting a lot and find that you have some pretty tight hips. This is an exercise that you might want to incorporate not just as part of your warm-up, but just to do to help loosen up your hips. All right, so I'll show you a couple of variations that I like to introduce to my clients, especially if you've never done anything like this before. All right, so the first variation of the hip 90-90 is starting out with your feet in front of you with your knees bent like this. Start about shoulder width, maybe slightly outside shoulder width apart. And you're gonna put your hands right behind your back, right here. You wanna make sure that you're squeezing your back right here, keeping the core engaged. And then nice and slowly with an exhale, I like to push, rotate the knees to one side, try keeping your hip from rotating. All right, so keep the butt on the ground and you're gonna exhale. Get the knees to the ground, and then really think about squeezing the butt at the end, range of motion. You're really trying to create that tension right there. And then nice and slow, rotate back up. Big breath in. Exhale to the other side as you rotate. Get it as far as you can. Really create that tension. Squeeze the butt, keep the core engaged. And then just go back and forth. You can do anywhere between 5 to 10 reps on each side. So that's the first variation that you might want to try, especially if you've never done this before. All right, the second variation is starting in that 90-90 position with your legs. So I'll start this on the side here. Your front leg, 90 degrees, and then your side leg is also going to be 90 degrees behind you. I like to use my shoulder as a reference point. So I'm gonna hold out my arm out on the side, and I'm gonna make sure that it's my leg, my knee here is in line. All right, so it looks like it's a line here. All right, I'm gonna use this hand on here on the side to help make sure that my spine stays neutral here. All right, getting nice and tall. Keep the core engaged. All right, I'm gonna take a big breath in. I'm gonna slowly let myself lower down here. I'm not bending at the spine here, so I'm still keeping my spine neutral as I lower down. As I'm lowering down, I'm also gonna put a focus into what my front leg is doing. So I'm gonna drive my knee and my ankle into the ground as hard as I can as I lower myself. Once you go to a pretty decent range of motion to where you're not going like this, you keep that spine neutral. I'm gonna hold it here as I drive this leg into the ground as hard as I can. Focus on your breathing, don't hold your breath on these. 5-second hold is all you need, and then come back up. Get nice and tall, catch your breath, and then go again. All right, keep that spine neutral as you lower down. Force the knee, ankle into the ground as hard as you can, creating tension back here in the butt. If you feel cramping right here on the side, that is normal. All right, just a heads up, that cramp in there is normal. All right, again, you can do 5 on each side. So that's the second variation. The third variation is going back and forth. All right, so I'm gonna get in that 90-90 position here. All right, I'm going to lower myself down nice and slow, tension in that front leg, and then I'm gonna come back up. Keep your feet in the exact same spot they are. You're gonna rotate your knees up in the air. If you need to, hands behind your back here, rotate to the other side, and do the same thing. You're gonna lean forward, create that tension in that front leg. 5-second hold, focus on your breathing, spine is neutral. Come back up, and then rotate back to the other side. And just going back and forth. All right, so those is the hip 90-90 with a few different variations. I gave you 3 different ones. Start from the first one and work your way up. All right, 5 to 10 reps on each side. Great way to incorporate into your warm-up for lower body days. I like to do them before and after I get into a car, just because I'm in a car for a while, my hips start to tighten up, so I like to keep my hips loose and mobile. All right, so go ahead, give that a try, and let me know how that feels.